right, welcome. We are live. Welcome to the Fit Family Lifestyle Podcast. This is our week 2 live stream of our accountability challenge. This is the live open coaching. So for anybody who is doing the 28-day holiday accountability challenge, this is for you, but this is also for anyone who is part of this group, part of this community, whether you're a client of mine, whether you're somebody that's just part of this group. Everybody can benefit from this. So this is the live open coaching. So if you are doing a challenge, know that showing up live or watching the replay gets you points towards winning the grand prize or the second place prize. So to get credit for that, you must prove that you were watching this stream, and you can simply do that by putting hashtag live, leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, like the video, leave a comment, engage, ask questions, and then I'll know that you were here. I know that you showed up to open coaching, and you get the points towards the challenge. So other ways that you earn points towards the challenge, every day or at least 3 times a week, you're getting messages from me that are giving you specific instructions, like send me a picture of your water bottle, send me a picture of your plan for the meals or some meals that you've made, your plan for your workouts. Anytime you share a non-scale victory in the Facebook group, whether it was your clothes fitting better, maybe you made a good food choice in terms of turning down something that you knew that you didn't need, or just making a healthier option of something that you would typically have, and sharing that with the group helps inspire other people, but it also earns you points towards the challenge. So make sure that you are doing those things. Make sure that you are doing everything that you can to win the grand prize. And the grand prize is valued at over $5,000. $5,000 in prizes awarded to the grand prize winner, $3,000 in prizes awarded to the second place winner. So rack up those points. This is a challenge, and there's a prize at the end of the challenge. But there's a prize for everybody who does this challenge, and that's that you're cultivating and learning healthy habits that are going to propel you into your fitness journey for 2024. I'm curious to know how many people are actually planning on that, because I believe that you don't get to New Year's Eve and go, okay, my New Year's resolution is I'm going to lose weight this year, or get healthy, or go back to the gym. I would say the majority of people are already thinking about that even before the holidays hit. But then the holidays come around, and it's so much more challenging that it's so much easier for a lot of people to say, well, there's just so much food and things are so busy during the holidays. I'll wait till after. And then I'll get serious. I'll make that my New Year's resolution. But be honest with yourself. How many of you actually do that? How many of you actually get to that point and then really stick to that resolution? Statistically, there's a huge uptick in gym memberships, in weight loss products being sold, in supplements being sold, January, February, but there's a huge drop off in March, and that's year after year after year. And the reason for that is people go ham, they go crazy, they cut out everything that they consider bad from their diet. They start doing a fitness routine that's like hardcore CrossFit, or going to the gym 7 days a week. And it's things that aren't sustainable. And that's because you're trying to do it all really fast. You're trying to lose all that weight really fast. And those of you who know me and work with me know that I always say that fast results come with slow problems. And one of those slow problems is that it's not sustainable long term. And so you may lose some weight during that couple month period that you were going hard at it, but you don't maintain your results, and then you gain the weight back, and you gain it in spades. You gain more than you lost, and it just becomes very difficult to maintain. So why not start now? Why not start a fitness journey earlier, during the holidays? Start cultivating these habits now and learn how to do it, but also still enjoy the foods you love, especially this time of year when there is amazing food everywhere. People are baking cookies and brownies and all kinds of stuff. Those of you who have joined this challenge should have seen the recipe books that you got with the holiday favorites, your traditional holiday meals, your mashed potatoes, your green bean casserole, your roasted turkey, and several other dishes that are absolutely amazing. You have your holiday treats, a bunch of pies and desserts and delicious stuff that is lower calorie, higher protein, better for you, but still amazing. And then even holiday beverages. So hot chocolate, hot cocoa, eggnog, and then even some alcoholic holiday cocktails if that's your thing, right? So let's dive into this week's information here. So we're going to talk about the top 3 daily habits for consistent progress, because we want to make sure that we are consistently making progress, that we are hitting our goals, but we're doing this in baby steps. We're not going crazy like a lot of people do right at the beginning of January. We're taking our time and we're cultivating these habits. I'm going to be paying attention to the comments here, so if anybody jumps on, if anybody has something to share, something to ask, you're getting points for the challenge, I want to make sure that I'm responding to anyone who chimes in. So tip number 1 for consistency is hydration. Hydration is key. So hydration is the unsung hero of health and fitness. I always talk about, 2 of the most powerful things that you can do on your health and fitness journey are 1, get enough sleep, and 2, make sure you're staying hydrated. And what's wonderful about those things, they're free. There's no supplement in the world that can beat just getting good, consistent sleep, but also staying hydrated. Um, Drinking close to a gallon of water a day is a daily habit that offers a multitude of benefits. So it's not just about quenching your thirst either. Proper hydration can significantly impact your overall health in many ways. Water aids in digestion. We need to be hydrated for proper digestion. It helps reduce inflammation. But another thing happens when we drink water. It helps curb hunger and hunger cravings and helps you identify when you're really hungry or if it's feigned hunger. And what I mean by that is, so what happens is there's cues in the environment when you typically eat, whether it's the time of day, the environment you're in, that it's like a conditioned response where your stomach produces certain acids and enzymes that are present to break down food that you're anticipating eating. Think about it like Pavlov's dogs salivating when they heard the bell, or even when they saw the doctor in the lab coat. They associated that visual cue or auditory cue with getting food, and so they salivated. We do the same thing. We have a conditioned response, and there's cues in the environment, and our stomach prepares for digestion. And that's when we get that grumbling sensation in our stomach. That's when we feel what we believe is hunger, but it's not true hunger. Okay, true hunger is accompanied by that, but true hunger feels kind of like brain fog, low energy. You literally feel like you're running out of fuel, like you can't function until you get some nutrients in you so that you have some energy. That's true hunger. So when you're on a fitness journey, you're trying to lose weight, you're dieting, you're doing this challenge, you're trying to eat less to be in a calorie deficit, and you start feeling those hunger pains, but like I've already eaten the amount of calories that I've budgeted, or I've already eaten the portion sizes and I'm still feeling that, simply drink a glass of water. And it will calm down that feeling in your stomach and that grumbling and soothe it, and it'll make it go away. Try drinking 8 ounces of water before a meal. You'll find that you will actually eat less because you'll feel fuller faster. So that can help with being in a calorie deficit as well. Um, so it can help curb cravings. It can help reduce. It can prevent you from overeating. It can curb cravings, and just make it easier to stick to healthy habits in general. So this week, I want to explore practical ways to maintain your water intake. I want to make sure that all of us have a decent water bottle. 32 ounces. Some people have those big 64-ounce ones, but we need to be getting a gallon of water in a day. And make it fun, gamify it. Some people, like I know Anna has one of those water bottles that has the little measurements on it. So for every hour you drink, and it says keep going, you're doing awesome, almost there, time to refill it, or whatever it says. Those are fun. But whatever it takes for you to remember to drink water, to get the hydration in that you need. And this is why, those of you who are in the challenge, this is why I'm asking you to send me a picture of your water bottle every day, because it's so important. I need to see that you're drinking water. Drinking water is one of those things that, if we're not getting enough hydration in, if we're not properly hydrating, then all the other habits that we're trying to build, all the other things that we're trying to do, you're not getting the most bang for your buck if we're not getting enough sleep, if we're not staying hydrated. So tip number one, focusing on hydration. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Next thing I want to talk about is protein. Protein is your nutritional ally, okay? Protein is not just for bodybuilders. It's not something that you just have because you're trying to build muscle. It's a vital macronutrient for everybody. And integrating a fist-sized portion of protein into every meal can transform your health and your fitness journey. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, things that are high in protein, rich in protein, are typically less in sugar and less in carbohydrates, higher protein foods. Two, protein often has the essential amino acids that your body needs. It's the building blocks of the muscle tissue that is regenerating while you sleep and function throughout the day. And then also, we know that protein is the most taxing macronutrient on your digestive system. What do I mean by that? Well, of all the macronutrients of fats, carbohydrates, and protein takes the longest and requires the most energy from your digestive system to break down. What that means is when you're eating more protein, your digestive system is working harder, and essentially you're increasing your metabolism because you're burning more calories just by the thermal effect of food. Just by your body breaking down that protein, you're burning more calories. And guess what? You're even doing that when you're sleeping. There used to be this big myth about, don't ever eat right before bed. And that's not necessarily true. It doesn't really matter what time you eat. It matters that you eat at consistent times. But if you're eating a high protein diet, if you're eating more protein, then while you're sleeping, you're actually burning more calories than if you didn't eat that protein. So if you're getting serious about your fitness journey, if you want to know exactly how much protein you need to be eating, you should be getting 1 gram of protein for every pound of your lean body mass of your goal weight. Okay, so that's, if you're trying to get down to 120 pounds, you want to get around 100 to 110 grams of protein a day. Not 120, because we do still want to have some body fat, but of your goal weight of lean muscle mass. So 1 gram of protein for goal weight of lean body mass. Okay? If you're not there yet, if you haven't calculated your macros, if you haven't got to the point where you're counting calories, if you're just doing this challenge to build some habits and kind of baby step to that point, and you're going to get there in January and really hit it hard, then simply 1 fist-sized serving of protein with every meal. Okay, remember we talked about last week, a fist-sized serving of protein, fist-sized serving of vegetables, half of something that's higher in sugar or starchy carbohydrates. Okay, but simply by adding a fist-sized serving of protein to every meal, you're going to increase your metabolism. You're going to feel fuller. You're going to burn more calories. You're going to be on your way to a leaner and fitter you. And the last tip for this week that we're going to share is staying active. Move your body. So we often underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. So this week, our focus is incorporating at least 15 minutes of physical activity into your daily routine, whether that's a workout, whether that's going for a walk, whether that's dancing, whether that's playing with your kids, whatever it is. We want 15 minutes of physical activity where you're getting your heart rate up a little bit, you're moving your body. Now, I'm not talking about going for a 15-minute run or doing like a 15 minutes of squats and push-ups. Just move your body. So we know the 4 ways that our bodies burn calories. We know that the majority of the calories that we burn, 70%, we burn simply just by existing. It's our basal metabolic rate. These are the calories, the cost just to keep the lights on. I call them your coma calories, right? This is the calories that you would be burning if you were in a coma. All of the autonomic processes in our body that are life sustaining, like breathing, blinking, perspiring, our heart beating, our lungs breathing air. All of these things are autonomic life sustaining processes that would still happen even if we were in a coma, and they require energy to operate. So the majority of the calories that we burn to keep ourselves alive. Okay. And then we know that we have the thermic effect of food. We have 10 to 15% of the calories that we burn comes from digestion. But then the other 2 ways that we burn calories, obviously, 5% of calories that we burn in the day are through deliberate physical exercise, okay, where we're getting our heart rate up really high and we're straining our muscles. But that only accounts for 5% of calories that you burn. But then about 10%, so more than exercise, is NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So fidgeting, moving, walking, working, just anything that you do where you move your body. This is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and you burn a lot of calories just moving your body. So imagine if you added an additional 15 minutes of deliberately moving your body more, at least 3 times a week, how many more calories that you would burn. And because we're focusing on smaller portions and portion control and eating healthier, lower calorie foods, you're going to lose weight. Okay? It's not a difficult process. It's not rocket science or rocket surgery, as I used to say. It's a simple combination of burning more calories than you consume and moving your body more. Okay? So in conclusion, we want to focus on making sure we're staying hydrated, trying to get a gallon of water in a day. Okay, we want to increase our protein. We want to make sure that we're getting at least 1 fist-sized serving of protein in a day, and we want to make sure that we're moving our body for 15 minutes at least 3 times a week. Okay, those are the 3 things that if we can be consistent with over the next 2 weeks, you're going to see some amazing results. And you don't have to be miserable. You can still enjoy this time of year. You can still enjoy that holiday party. You can still have those holiday treats. You can still give yourself permission to, eat that cookie that Aunt Sally brought over in that tin, or, have that holiday drink at the holiday party, that they offered you. You can still do those things and still be on your fitness journey, but we need to make sure that we're paying attention to these little habits that we're building and that we're stacking on top of each other. Because I'm telling you, when January hits and you're ready to go hard, when you're ready to go 100% full force on your fitness journey, you're already going to be a step ahead of the game. You're already going to have built a lot of habits that are simple, simply by making sure you're drinking enough water, getting used to eating a more substantial amount of protein. And a lot of people, they go from Christmas vacation or holiday break, winter break, whatever you call it, to then uh, going hard in January and going to the gym every day, and they burn out because they spent the majority of the time in December sitting around watching Christmas movies. Um, but we're none the wiser. We're a step ahead of the game because we're going to focus on moving our body for 15 minutes every day, or at least 3 times a week. So that when we do get to January and we start doing some more intense exercise and really getting serious about this, it's not going to be a shock to our system because we're already used to moving our body more. Okay, we're already used to going on that walk. Now I'm going to give you guys a bonus tip. There's been research that has shown that one thing that causes the body to burn a huge amount of calories in a very short amount of time. Can you guess what it is? Anyone in the chat? Anyone know? Amber, do you remember what it is? Yeah, today we have rehearsal, so I started it a bit early, but glad you're able to jump on. Shivering. If we can get the body to have a natural, when you go outside and you're cold or you get out of the shower, then you shiver, that is your body trying to warm itself up. And it's an involuntary response, and it burns a ton of calories. So much so that people buy these big tubs and they do ice baths, and there's a whole market and there's a whole business around these things because it works. There's tons of other health benefits that we'll get into on another live stream, but in terms of what we're trying to do, I'm not telling anybody to go get themselves an ice bath for Christmas and start doing ice baths. But what I am telling you is, because we're trying to move our body more, go outside. I know some of you guys live in some very cold places, definitely colder than here in New Mexico. Like it gets 32 degrees and we complain about it being freezing. But other folks that are living on the East Coast, it's 5 below outside, and it's not so bad for you. So anyways, don't be afraid to go outside this time of year. If you can commit to making part of that 15 minutes outdoors in the colder weather, and obviously have a jacket, bundle up, but be outside. Being outside in the cold, you're going to have so many health benefits, and in terms of weight loss, you're going to shiver. It's going to happen, and your body's going to have to use a lot of energy to keep itself warm. Where is it getting that energy from? It's getting it from the food that you ate. That's the fuel, and it's going to burn up the fuel, and it's going to burn it up faster because your body's working harder to keep itself warm, and hence you end up burning more calories. And if you're in a calorie deficit, which if you're eating based on the portions that we've talked about, you're going to be burning more calories than you're consuming, and you're going to lose weight. So little bonus tip for everybody. Just simply the long story short, go outside. Spend some time outside. I know it's cold, but there's lots of fun stuff to do. Don't be afraid to go outside even though it's freezing outside. Okay? Go outside. Move your body 15 minutes a day. Make sure you're drinking water, and make sure we're getting enough protein in. So that's week 2. We're going to wrap this one up. This was a short one. I will make sure that, just like the last one, the replay will be uploaded on YouTube. You guys will be able to check it out there and here in the Facebook group. Anybody has any questions about the challenge, about any of the tips that we talked about water, about weight loss, about the thermic effect of food, any of it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. One thing that nobody's done yet and earns you a ton of extra points is invite a friend to the challenge. I know we're in week 2, but they can start week 1. They can go back and watch week 1's video. They can get caught up. Okay? We're going to be running this all the way through January. And if you invite a friend to watch the live, invite a friend to join the challenge. just let me know. I'll send them the information. They can get signed up 100% free, and you get the opportunity to win prizes. Why not? Why not do something for a friend or family member who needs it and wants it? So invite a friend, invite a family member, invite a coworker. All right. That's going to be it for this live stream, for this open coaching session. Love you guys. Hit me up if you have any questions. You guys are doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Make sure you're drinking your water, and we will catch you on the next one.